Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome everyone to our session. I hope you're doing good with best of your health. Ramadan is midway. I hope you still have your energy high. Today we are stepping into an exciting area where VR technology is starting to change how we think about education, especially in colleges and universities. We are moving beyond traditional learning to a world where VR opens up new ways for students to learn and teachers to teach. I hope you can have the screen visible in front of you. Just let me know, please. You can have the PowerPoint slides in front of you. Could you please confirm me, please? Okay, fine. That's great. In our time together, we will look into how VR is making education more engaging and interactive. So imagine learning about the human body by looking at a life-size 3D model in a VR classrooms, or virtually visiting ancient ruins while studying history. So VR makes all of this possible by allowing us to experience things that would be hard or impossible to do in the real life. We're going to talk about the amazing possibilities to bring VR into education and the challenges we can face because not everyone has easy access to VR technology. So we need to figure out the best ways to use in the teaching. Our discussion will cover the latest innovations with the best available examples of VR in action and consider how VR could shape the future of higher education. So let's get ready to dive into how VR is opening up new paths for learning and teaching. Welcome to the glimpse into the future of education. So let's have a look about, do you know that virtual reality is a computer generated environment with the scenes and objects that appear to be real, making the user feel they are engaged in their surroundings. So this environment is perceived through a device known as a virtual reality headset or helmet. The environment is created with computer, hardware, and software, although users might also need to wear devices such as helmets or goggles to interact with the environment. The more deeply users can engage themselves in a VR environment and block out their physical surroundings, the more they can suspend their beliefs and accept it as a real, even if it is fantastical in the nature. So we're gonna have more details about this one. So about the virtual reality, as I just told you, this is a computer-based program. So VR system can vary significantly from one to next, depending on their purpose and the technology used. Although they generally fall into one of the following three different categories. So what are these three categories? These are starting with the non-immersive, semi-immersive, and fully immersive. Non-immersive, this type of VR typically refers to a 3D simulated environment that's accessed through a computer screen, and this environment might also generate sound, and it is depending on the programs, what kind of programs you're using over there. The user has some control over the virtual environment using a keyboard, mouse, or other devices, but the environment does not directly interact with the user. So here, a video game is a good example of non-immersive VR as it is web-based and enable a user to design rooms decor. The second one is semi-immersive. This type of VR offers a partial virtual experience that's accessed through a computer screen or some type of glasses or headset. It focuses basically primarily on the visual 3D aspects of virtual reality and does not incorporate physical movements in the way that full immersion does have over there. A common example of semi-immersive VR is a flight simulator, which is used by airlines and militaries to train their pilots. The third one is fully immersive. This type of VR delivers the greatest level of virtual reality, completely immersing the user in the simulated 3D world. It can incorporate sight, sound, and in some cases, you can touch over there. There have even been some experiments with the additions of the smell. They can smoke smell or some kind of other smells can be in there, they put it over there. Users wear special equipment such as helmets, goggles, or gloves and can fully interact with the environment. The environment might also incorporate such equipment as treadmills or stationary bicycles to provide users with the experience of moving through the 3D space. So fully immersive VR technology is a field still in its infancy, but it has to be made important inroads into the gaming industry and to some extent the healthcare industry as well. And it's generating a great deal of interest in others as well. What is virtual reality and what is your idea about the virtual reality? Could you please answer me in one sentence that did you have any idea about the virtual reality and did you ever use any kind of virtual reality programs or some kind of devices in your classrooms or in your personal life? Could you please let me know in one sentence? So this will give me an idea that you have an idea about the virtual reality and about the augmented reality, because we're gonna have more interesting facts gonna be explored about the virtual reality and augmented reality. We're gonna discuss about what is the difference between the augmented reality and like virtual reality. So your participation is really important on this slide. I'm looking some kind of answers from you. LED glasses for television. Okay, fine. That's good. That is also part of this one. Did you ever use any other technology for the virtual reality? Anyone else? What is virtual reality? Okay, first you have to answer about the definition of the virtual reality. Then we're going to discuss about that. Did you ever use some kind of devices? Okay, fine. That's good. Any other participant could give us an idea about the virtual reality programs? Any virtual reality based softwares or hardware you have ever used other than the glasses? 3D information. Dr. Mahajiveen. Okay, fine. That is also belongs to this one. Anyone else? Please try to participate. It doesn't matter you are going to answer the complete answer or the partial answer, but this will give me an idea that you are interacted with me and I'm going to share the information which are really important for you guys, and you're going to have a lot of learning information in the later slides. But if you keep calm and silent, I would have no idea you are with me or you're just silent and just log in and run away. So basically virtual reality is a game-based learning, and you can go ahead over there and you can find out there are a lot of different things. So virtual reality, as I told you earlier, that this technology refers to computer-generated environment that simulate physical presence in real or imagined world. It basically immerses users in completely digital environment. So basically, typically through the use of headsets or goggles, with screens in front of the eyes, and these screens displays a stereoscopic 3D view, giving the illusion of type of depth, and definitely are often accompanied by spatial audio or to enhance the sense of immersion. If you have, I mean, like ever try to go in the 7D type of games, because at that time they gave you some kind of like glasses and a sound system, and you're sitting on the chair that can move over there. And once the game started, and for example, there is like car racing game or something like that, you can feel yourself that you are moving besides the car. You are inside the car and you are actually driving, and somewhere it hit with the fence, you can find out some kind of your chairs can move, and you can feel that you are doing something really. So mobile video games also definitely, that's definitely belongs to virtual reality, because the virtual game now nowadays there is a lot of different games being established and being available in the market, which can be used by using some kind of glasses and headsets, and you can move with your hands and you can play like you are inside the environment. Any kind of technology you are using where you can feel that like you are in the virtual world, and you're feeling yourself inside that technology and that kind of environment, that belongs to virtual reality, and it can has different faces over there. So VR technology typically involves the following type of components, and this is basically HMD head-mounted displays. This also belongs to, I mean, like you have seen some kind of devices like Samsung also introduced this one. Now the Apple do have their like HMD head-mounted displays, and you can what kind of hand-mounted like HMD device to it over there. Um, a head-mounted display is a device that has a screen in front of each eye. HMDs can be small displays or projection technologies that are integrated into eyeglasses or mounted on a helmet or hat. HMDs can provide a virtual reality or augmented reality experience that basically allows users to interact with digital objects or environments. So these devices have many uses, including gaming, aviation, engineering, and medicine. A lot of things you can do with these things. And what actually you are experiencing over there, once you mount these HMDs on your head, on your eyes, you can find out might possible like there is 150 inches screen in front of you, and you can feel that front of, I mean, like the complete wall in front of your room is a screen. And whatever you are going to play the game, either you're watching the, I mean, like the movie or anything else, you can have a bigger screen in front of you, but that is basically virtual environment. So some examples of how HMDs are used includes in aircrafts. A helmet-mounted display can project flight and mission information on the, I mean, like inside of the pilot's helmet visor. Remote support and training, like technicians can get support from experienced colleagues on difficult cases. And you can have the like picking the integrated cameras can scan QR codes and barcodes. So all these examples belongs to HMDs. But what kind of like some kind of disadvantages also belongs to this one, that real world isolations. While reading an HMD, you no longer see your body, your colleagues, or any of your physical surrounding. So current HMDs cannot sense where the eye is looking. The another disadvantage is that still the technology is not as powerful that once you're moving your eyes, it can move and sense over there. So the current HMDs can place a predicted impact point marker between the eye and the target. So that might possible, there is a little bit difference between the actual results. Cave automatic viral environment, what does it mean? Like a cave automatic virtual environment is a virtual reality environment that uses projection screens to display images in a 3D immersive room. The name comes from Plato Republic, where a philosopher contemplates perceptions, reality, and illusions. Virtual reality is basically based on the illusion. So CAVE, which stands for a Cave Automatic Virtual Environment, is a type of immersive virtual reality environment that typically consists of a room-sized cube with projections on 3 to 6 of its walls. Users wear stereoscopic glasses or goggles to view 3D computer-generated images and wear motion tracking devices to interact with the virtual environment. So the term automatic in CAVE refers to the fact that the system can generate a virtual environment automatically based on computer-generated graphics. Unlike some other VR setups which rely on the pre-designed environments or static images, a CAVE can dynamically render 3D graphics in real time, and it is responding to users' input and movements as well. Cave systems often use rear projection technology, where high resolution images are projected onto the walls of the cube from behind. So this setup allows users to move freely within the space without obstructing the projections or casting shadows, etc. Cave environment are used to like in different kind of fields, including scientific visualization, engineering design, architectural walkthroughs, education, and entertainment. They provide an immersive experience that allows users to explore and interact with complex virtual environments in a natural and like initiative way. ATC Vive Pro Eyes. This is another interesting thing for the virtual reality. This is basically headset that is developed by the ATC, a company known for its high quality VR hardware. It is an upgraded version of the original ATC Vive Pro, and it is featuring eye tracking technology as one of its enhancement, because in the last technology HMD we are discussing that they cannot detect your eye movement. But in this technology, in Vive Pro, it can detect your eye movement, and this is basically enhancement. And here are some key features and specifications of the ATC Vive Pro Eye. Number one, that is eye tracking technology. You can have like the most significant features of the Vive Pro Eye is integrated eye tracking system. So this technology allows the headset to track the movement and gaze of the user's eye within the virtual environment. So eye tracking enables various applications, including rendering high quality graphics only where the user is looking, improve user interaction and analytics of gaze-based user research. So whatever, once you are inside the virtual environment, wherever you move your eyes, the screen will move automatically, and you can feel that like you are moving on right on the left side, and your eyesight is moving, and you can have the environment in front of you similarly like this one. The second one is high resolution display. The Vive Pro Eye maintains the high resolution displays found in the original Vive Pro. So it features dual OLED displays with a combined resolution of 2880 multiplied by 1600 pixel. So it's quite high resolution. And it is basically providing crisp and detailed visuals for an immersive VR experience. The next one is adjustable head straps, like the Vive Pro. The Vive Pro Eye comes with an adjustable head straps that ensures the comfortable and secure fit for the wide range of users. Because some could have the like the children do have the small heads, the elders and young people do have the big heads, so it can easily adjust over there. So the head also features built-in headphones with 3D spatial audio supports, so that could enhancing the overall audio experience. The next one is Steam VR tracking. The Vive Pro Eye utilizes Steam VR tracking technology. It is developed by the Valve. which allows for the like precise tracking of the headset and compatible controllers in a room scale, what kind of like VR environment. This enables users to move around freely within the virtual space without the risk of losing tracking. And the next one is compatibility. The Vive Pro I is compatible with a wide range of VR content available on the Steam VR platforms, as well as ATC's Vive Board store. So it supports both consumers and enterprises applications. So that could making it suitable for gaming, entertainment, training, simulations, and various kind of professional uses. You can use the ATC Vive Pro I. Another one is Oculus Quest. What does it mean? Like this is an all-in-one virtual reality headset developed by the Oculus, and this is a subsidiary of the Facebook technology. So it was first released in May 29, 2019. And the Oculus Quest is designed to offer a standalone VR experience. It means it does not require a computer or external sensors to function or play. So here are some key features and specifications of Oculus Quest. Number one, that is all-in-one design. So the Oculus Quest integrates all the necessary components for VR into a single standalone headset. So this includes the display, processing unit, storage, and battery. So users can simply put on the headset and start experiencing virtual reality without the need for any additional hardware. So this is one of the big, you can say the enhancement that now you are not going to have some kind of, you don't need any kind of computer or any additional like devices. Once you have only headset, that is enough for you to play and enjoy the virtual reality environment. 6 degrees of freedom, 6 DOF tracking. The Oculus Quest offers full positional tracking with the 6 degree of freedom. It means it is allowing users to move freely within the virtual environment. And this is achieved through built-in sensors on the headset that track the user's head movements, as well as the movement of the handheld controllers. So another best thing, the next one, dual OLED display. So the Quest features dual OLED displays with a resolution of 1440 multiply by 1600 pixels per eye, providing crisp and immersive visual for VR experience. Integrated audio, the headset includes built-in audio speakers that deliver spatial audio and enhancing the immersive VR experience, because you know that once you do have a virtually connected with some kind of devices and you can have the virtual reality environment, the audio plays a vital role, because if it's not good audio over there, you cannot feel yourself in the real environment. So once you have a good integrated audio system, and at that time users also have the options to use their own headsets if preferred. So you can use your own headset, but the built-in headset is also have a very good audio quality, so you can enjoy the virtual environment without using your personal headphones. But if you want, you can use it over there. The PlayStation, most of you already like familiar with PlayStation. So that is also another example of like virtual reality, because this is a virtual reality headset developed by the Sony Interactive, like in entertainment, and they designed specifically for use with the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 gaming console. It was first released in October 2016, and PlayStation's VR offers an immersive and interactive virtual reality experience, allowing players to feel like they are inside the game world. So some key features and components of PlayStation's: number one, headset. The PlayStation VR headset is worn on the hand and features a high quality OLED displays with a resolution of 1920 into 1080 pixels. that could providing immersive visuals for VR experiences. The headset is designed for comfort with adjustable headset and soft padding, so you can wear for a longer time. PlayStation camera. The PlayStation camera is a required accessory for PlayStation VR. It tracks the position of the VR headsets and the PlayStation Move controllers, enabling accurate motions, tracking with the virtual environment. So all this basically, these are the features and the components of the PlayStation which are really important for the VR environment. PlayStation Move controllers so all these controllers are motion controllers designed for use with the PlayStation VR. They features motion sensors and buttons for initiative, interactive and interaction with the VR games and experience. Some games may also support standard dual shock 4 controllers for input. So all these definitely belongs to the PlayStation. PlayStation is more familiar for most of the, I mean, like the people, because nowadays the children are using the PlayStation, and it's common, and most of the houses do have all these kind of devices over there. The processor unit of the PlayStations comes with a processor unit which acts as a mediator between the VR headset and the PlayStation console. So it helps process the VR visuals and audio, as well as managing the special screen output spectators as well. 3D audio technology. PlayStation VR incorporates 3D audio technology to provide immersive spatial audio, and it can enhance the sense of presence within virtual environment. As I discussed earlier, that the audio plays a vital role. Once it can give you an idea that like the sense of presence within the visual environment, and you can have more understanding and feeling, real feeling inside this environment. So this technology allows players to hear sounds from different directions and distance, adding to the realism of your experience. Once you're feeling some kind of like audio and you can feel it, it's far away and like the real life, and it's coming from the surrounding, from right, left, behind. So it can give you a feeling that you are in the real environment. VR games and experience. So PlayStation VR offers a wide range of VR games and experience available for the purchase and download from the PlayStation Store. So these includes immersive single player adventures, multiplayer experiences, virtual reality simulations, and many more things available over there. Cinematic mode. PlayStation VR also features a cinematic mode allowing users to play non-VR games and watch movies on a large virtual screen within the headset. Why I said large virtual screen? Because once you wear the headset, you can find out like this is not the small device, but this could give you a enhanced type of vision and visual effects in front of you. You can feel it. I can have a big screen and you can watch even the movies for the, I mean, like the for longer time, and non-VR games even you can watch over there and you can play with this one. Anyone could tell me what is the difference between virtual reality and augmented reality? Just an idea. Give me an idea. Any idea? What is the difference between virtual reality and AR? VR and AR. I'm waiting for your answer. Do you have any idea what is the difference between virtual reality and augmented reality? We do have 30 seconds to answer this one. Anyone? Just for the interaction, just could you please write a single sentence for me, please? A long list of participants with me, but I'm not receiving any answer from you. No idea. Okay, fine. We're gonna move ahead. I'm gonna let you know that what is the difference between the augmented reality and like virtual reality. Basically, virtual reality and augmented reality both are immersive technologies that alter the user's perceptions for the reality, but they do so in different ways. What kind of different ways we're gonna have it over there? Like AR can use in real world, where the VR can use in virtual world. Um, very good, precise and very good answer. But we're gonna discuss a little more about the augmented reality. So this will give you an idea about the difference. AR uses a real world setting while VR is completely virtual. Dr. Mahajibin, thank you very much. Dr. Santi Matubal, thank you. Thanks for the answer. Augmented reality is basically a technology that overlays digital information such as images, videos, or 3D models like onto the real world environment, thereby enhancing the user's perceptions of reality. Unlike virtual reality, which replaces the real world with a completely simulated environment. So AR supplements the real world with virtual elements. So AR technology typically involves the use of devices equipped with cameras, sensors, and displays, such as smartphones, tablets, AR glasses, or specialized headsets. So these devices capture the user's surroundings in real time and like superimpose digital content onto the captured images or videos. So there are like several key characters and characteristics of the augmented reality. It can have the real time interaction, and AR allows users to interact with virtual elements overlaid onto the real world in real time. So users can manipulate, move, or interact with these digital objects as if they were part of the physical environment. Contextual information. So AR provides contextually relevant information based on the user's surroundings. For example, AR navigation apps can overlay directional arrows onto the streets, while AR like shopping apps can display product information when pointing the device at physical products. It could have the enhanced visualization. So AR enhances the user's perception of reality by adding visual elements that are not physically present. So this can include 3D models, animations, text, images, or videos, and definitely videos overlaid onto the objects or the surfaces in the real world. You can have spatial awareness. AR applications often utilizes sensors and computer vision algorithms to accurately position and anchor virtual content within the user's environment. So this allows virtual objects to maintain their position and orientations relatively to the physical object. So more close to the physical environment, it can have the options over there. Wide range of applications. So augmented reality technology has applications across various industries, including gaming, entertainment, education, healthcare, retail, manufacturing, marketing, and many more. It can be used for the purposes such as training simulations, remote assistance, interactive advertising, navigating, and interior design, and even immersive storytelling. You can use the augmented reality over there. So in basic concept, the virtual reality, you can, in simple words, in one sentence, if I can tell you what is the difference between virtual reality and augmented reality. In virtual reality, you can have your senses still understand that you are like somehow you are in the part of the virtual environment, but you can still feel the real life environment as well. So at the same time, you are in the physical environment as well as some virtual environment. But augmented reality environment, you cannot feel yourself that you are in the physical environment. You are completely indulged and involved in the virtual environment, and you cannot feel that you do have some kind of like the real world as well available over there. Once you are in the augmented reality, you can feel yourself that this is the real world. So even something hit over there, you have might possible you can I mean like find some kind of videos over there that one do have the augmented reality environment and they put it over there, and someone just like scary kind of video is ongoing, and someone in the real environment just touch to his or her body, and he or she become like maybe like afraid, like someone is like the like snake, or someone is going to bite her or him, because they are in the augmented reality environment and they cannot feel that this is not a real environment. So this is a big difference between the virtual reality and like the augmented reality. So you can have a lot of different things in like the augmented reality, and like different kind of augmented reality. There are a lot of different examples, and technology has the potential to revolutionize the education as well, because by providing immersive, interactive, and experimental learning experiences, I'm like we can discuss a lot of ways in which the VR can utilize the education as well. So that is really important, that we have to discuss that how we can use the technology inside like education. So let's have a look about this one, that how we can use the like invention examples of the virtual reality in education. So we're gonna discuss about this one, the enhanced, because it can have the enhanced visualization. So basically, VR allows students to explore complex concepts and subjects in the three-dimensional environment. Once they have the 3D environment, it can provide a deeper understanding of the abstract or difficulty to visualize topics. For example, students can explore the human body in detail. They can visit historical sites and different kind of landmarks, or they can visualize mathematical and scientific concept in a virtual space, because somehow sometimes you cannot like show them in the real environment. For example, a human body, at some extent it is not possible to show them all the organs, but in the virtual environment you can like the students can explore all these difficult like models in a very deep and easy understanding way. It can be for the experimental and different type of learning. So we can say we are enable students to engage in hands-on experimental learning activities that would be otherwise impractical, expensive, or impossible in the real world. For instance, like students can conduct virtual science experiments, simulate engineering designs, or practice medical procedures in a safe and controlled environment. It could have immersive simulations. So these simulations can recreate real world scenarios and environments. It can allow students to practice and refine their skills in a risk-free settings. So this is particularly valuable for the vocational trainings, professional development, and specialized skills building in different kind of fields such as healthcare, aviation, military, and emergency response. Just imagine for a while that you are a healthcare worker and you are going to have some kind of experiments in the real world, and you need a human body. At that time it would be really difficult and impossible for you to do all kind of experiments and operations or some kind of things in the real environment. So once you have the augmented reality or virtual environment, at that time you can do whatever the experiment you wanted over there, and without any kind of the risk-free environment, and you can do it everything over there. Aviation, similarly, if you want to take the trainings, how to like how to run and fly the aeroplane, Definitely, day one, you cannot go with the real environments. If you have the simulations, you can easily understand and learn by using all kind of simulations. In the military and emergency responses, everything can be done by using different kind of simulations in the virtual environment. It is personalized learning as well, because VR can accommodate different learning styles and preferences by providing customizable and adaptive learning experiences. Teachers can tailor VR content to individual students' needs according to their pace and interest. It can be fostering personalized and self-directed learning pathways. So everything can be done by using all these features. So it is global collaboration as well, because we are enable students from diverse geographic locations to collaborate, communicate, and learn together in virtual classrooms and environment. So this basically promotes cross-cultural exchange, teamwork, and collaboration skills. It can prepare students for a globalized workforce, interconnected world. So once you do have the collaboration in this way, by using different kind of virtual environments, so it can have more understanding for the international based different kind of environments. So it can have the accessibility and inclusivity as well. If someone is challenging with the accessibility issues, this technology can address accessibility challenges by providing alternative learning opportunities for the students with disabilities or special needs. So virtual environment can be designed to accommodate various disabilities and learning differences. So it can ensure equitable different kind of access to the education for all the students. Last but not least, point is that is engagement and motivation. We are immersive students in basically captivating and interactive learning experiences. It can enhance the engagement, motivation, and retention of learning material. So gamification elements, interactive simulations, and immersive storytelling techniques can make learning more enjoyable and memorable for the students. Because there is one research that if you are just delivering your lecture orally, it can like only might possible 30% of the information would retain after the lecture. But if you have the audio, you can find out might possible the 45% of the information retained after the lectures. But if you are engaged visually inside the classroom, around 70% like the information would retain in your mind after the lecture. So it could be the best source of the visual environment that can help you to engage the students inside and outside the classrooms. Immersive technologies, and what kind of immersive technologies we do have it and why different organizations are using different type of technologies. So let's have a look at this demo video. This will give you an idea about this environment more in detail and in depth.
Hey everyone, today we are going to talk about the mind-blowing technology which is revolutionizing the present and the future. That is none other than immersive technologies. Immersive technologies comprising of virtual reality, augmented reality and mixed reality are amongst the fastest growing and fascinating technologies today. So what is immersive technology? To put it in a nutshell, immersive technologies create or extend reality, and this is done by immersing the user in a digital environment having applications in different domains. This technology is gaining momentum with every passing day and hour, transforming and helping us reimagine the future. Let's start with virtual reality. Virtual reality uses VR headsets to create a simulated environment and helps an individual to immerse into it to experience an entirely different reality. However, the historical journey of virtual reality began back in the 1800s. This marvelous idea has been evolving from the time practical photography came into existence. Morton Heilig invented the first VR device called Sensorama in 1957. His multimedia device, the Sensorama, is considered one of the earliest VR systems. However, the term virtual reality was coined later by Jaron Lanier in 1987 during his intense research on this evolving technology. A lot of companies are investing billions of dollars in the VR sector. Some of the best VR products are Oculus Quest, Nintendo Labo VR Kit, Sony PlayStation VR, Lenovo Mirage, and many more. These gadgets enable an individual to immerse in a digital environment to experience a world which is different from reality. You might think VR is all about gaming, isn't it? But the potential of VR doesn't stop there. It is revolutionizing many other industries like education, military, medicine, and sports, to name a few. Here are some examples of VR in real life. Class VR is an innovative new concept in the educational industry which uses VR tech to raise the engagement and knowledge retention for students of all ages. Class VR uses VR headsets with a user-friendly interface for both students and teachers, gesture controls, and embedded educational resources. Facebook is coming up with a new idea called Facebook Horizon, which is an ever-expanding VR community where you can explore, play, and create. It helps you to defy physics and reality and experience the impossible. And we also have VR 360, which is a 360-degree audiovisual simulation. It allows the user to look around in any direction, just like how they look and observe things in real life. You can experience anything from standing on top of a pyramid to enjoying Tomorrowland sitting at home. Isn't that wonderful? We can't end the topic if we didn't highlight the role of VR in gaming. A great take on this is the movie Ready Player One by Steven Spielberg. The film is set in the year 2045 when the world is on the brink of chaos and collapse. But humans have found salvation in a virtual reality universe where they could make the impossible possible. Let's hear what Steven himself feels about the VR universe.
World that we would someday be able to escape into. A world that, we leave our world, but we don't leave our world. We don't have to walk 5 feet to leave our world. We just have to put something over our eyes, and we are suddenly thrust into a wonderful world of someone's imagination.
Next up is AR. Augmented reality is a technology that projects computer-generated augmentations on top of reality, helping us perform tasks better and efficiently. AR, which falls in between reality and virtual reality, is a method used to render real-world data and present it intuitively so that virtual elements resemble the present reality to an extent. The revolution doesn't stop here. Have you ever tried to catch Pokemon using Pokemon Go or fit any furniture using the IKEA app? These are made possible by the technology called augmented reality. Augmented reality has seen raging in popularity over the past few years, and the revolution is not stopping anytime soon. AR is giving brands the power to provide their customers with unique experiences that can prove to be the difference between purchase and dropout. Let's have a quick look at the history of AR. So you might think AR is a new technology. Well, on the contrary, it has been around for numerous decades. Ivan Sutherland developed the first AR gadget called Sword of Damocles during 1968. This system used computer graphics to show users simple wireframe drawings. From Pokemon Go to training future surgeons, augmented reality is starting to infiltrate many industries of our society today. But what exactly is augmented reality? Looking into the most popular applications of AR, first up we have location-based AR apps like Google Maps, which place digital directions on top of the real world and shows you where to walk. Next, we have Google Lens. It is another application that enhances the search experience. With Google Lens, you don't have to type your query anymore. Just open the app and aim it at what you want to learn about. Google Lens will identify the object and give you all the essential details about it. Then we have the Snapchat filters. These are one of the best examples of AR, and as you know, Snapchat has become a trend among the younger generations. Did you know that Mysterio couldn't have fooled Spider-Man without his AR technology?
See, that wasn't so hard.
But thanks to his spider sense, Spidey dodged all the drones, destroyed them all, and gave us a good ending. Even Facebook has plans to build AR glasses to create 3D maps of the world. If you are still skeptical about AR, check out what Mark Zuckerberg has to speak about AR.
So that's why I'm so excited about augmented reality, because it's going to make it so that we can create all kinds of things that until today have only been possible in the digital world, and we're going to be able to interact with them and explore them together.
Next in this line of immersive technologies is MR. If virtual reality and augmented reality impressed you, get ready for the best of both worlds, that is mixed reality MR. Mixed reality is all about blending the real world with virtual reality. Unlike augmented reality, users can interact with virtual objects in mixed reality. What was nearly impossible a few years ago and was limited to our imagination, like interacting with your favorite Marvel superhero, is now possible because of MR technology. Does it seem similar to AR? Well, you can call it AR 2.0. MR is still in its early stage, and it will take a while for it to reach the consumers. However, the investment in MR and AR is expected to reach $4 billion by this year, and the future of MR is not so distant. MR's applications are vast, and its main uses are in the field of education, training, sports, healthcare, space missions, and even construction. Though many use cases are in the testing phase, this idea isn't far-fetched by any means. The best example of MR is the Microsoft HoloLens, which is just a pair of MR smart glasses. It allows you to experience 3D holograms that melt seamlessly into the real environment. You can interact with those augmentations using your bare hands and get all the information you need. Let's now hear what Alex Kipman, the designer behind the HoloLens, thinks about mixed reality.
In the real world. We're finding great success in mixed reality, from education to healthcare to manufacturing, which is what you see a lot of the cases happening here.
Here's a quick recap of what we know so far. So, augmented reality adds digital elements to a live environment, whereas virtual reality implies a complete immersive experience that shuts out the physical world. On the other hand, a mixed reality experience combines elements of both AR and VR, where you can interact with both the real world and the digital elements. Immersive technologies are quickly becoming a part of our daily lives, and they are here to stay, not only enhancing human experiences, but helping brands market their products effectively and successfully to attract their target audiences. From gaming to buying furniture, immersive technologies are taking the world by storm.
So that's what I hope you got an
Hey,
idea
everyone.
that like how the immersive technologies are working over there, and what does it mean by the virtual technology, and what is the major difference between virtual technology and augmented technology, and what is going to be launched in future. That's almost working on that one, that is called mixed technology, that you can have some kind of virtual environment and augmented environment. So once you are going to mix with them, this could make a big change. I believe in coming days you can find out technology running with a lot of different like features, so you can enjoy all this one. Now we have to discuss about why Microsoft uses virtual reality headsets to train workers. What is the reason behind this? Because the most important part, that because this is the safe place to develop skills for real world situations. So before VR, employees would have to imagine high risk scenarios and visualize how they would deal with them. But VR removes the need to imagine and instead replaces it with a realistic simulations. So Microsoft, like many other companies, utilizes virtual reality VR headsets to train workers for several reasons. Ones that immersive learning, safety trainings, cost efficiency, accessibility, customization, and interactivity, real-time feedback and assessments, and future-proof, like proofing workforce is available over there.
Virtual reality hasn't exactly
So this will give you an idea that why Microsoft is using the virtual reality environment, and what is the benefit for this one. Have a look.
seen the booming success in gaming and entertainment that was once expected.
Let's do this.
But this VR has a totally different purpose, keeping workers safe.
I'm gonna go ahead and say evacuate for half mile.
It could also keep VR alive.
Wow, looks like we made the right call.
At a time when headset shipments have been down 4 of the last 5 quarters, and just a month after IMAX announced it will close all its VR centers this year. Market forecasts predict spending on virtual and augmented reality headsets for training is expected to reach $2.2 billion by 2022. And companies like startup Pixo VR are taking notice.
I think we learned our lesson doing mobile apps, that it's much more difficult. There's not, the budgets aren't necessarily there, and this made a lot more sense for us.
Push your hand just a little bit into the wall.
PixoVR made the switch 2 years ago, from creating video games to creating training modules.
Obviously flammable, explosion risk.
Like this one, which teaches first responders how to identify and react to explosive chemical leaks.
VR provides an opportunity for people to train in environments that otherwise are impossible. Far too risky, far too expensive.
By simply putting on an HTC Vive headset, workers can experience life and death situations that are impossible to safely recreate in real life.
Here we go, going up.
Like a rickety 15-story construction site without solid scaffolding.
I'm really high up. Oh my gosh.
You make a
I
decision
think I'm gonna hook it to this rope up here.
and suffer the consequences if you choose wrong.
Oh my god.
The sensation of falling is so real, it's immediately clear this experience will stick with me.
I died.
I'll remember that fall and which safety measures I should have followed far longer than I'll remember any PowerPoint slide.
That felt very real.
There's research to back this up, too. One study found students had 30% better knowledge retention 2 weeks after learning with VR as opposed to traditional education methods.
There's a whole bunch of research that shows that if you are a human and you interact with something in 3 dimensions, as opposed to just looking at it on a piece of paper, you understand it much more profoundly and fundamentally. It's just the way that our brains are wired.
And there's a big need for more effective training. Last month, the National Safety Council announced that preventable workplace deaths have been on the rise in the U.S. for 3 years in a row.
Essentially, 14 people every day leave their homes for work and don't come home. This is absolutely unacceptable, and there are things that we can do about it. Technology like AR and VR are really going to engineer the human error out of these equations, but we've got to start to really do the research to understand what's working and what just has potential so that we can give employers the best resources available to help make their workers safer.
This year, the NSC will begin a 2-year, $500,000 research project to study the effectiveness of VR and AR, among other technologies, for reducing workplace fatalities.
Workplace fatalities and injuries have consistently cost society more than $150 billion every year. So while there certainly is upfront costs in investing in new technologies, those technologies will save companies in the long run with a reduction in fatalities and injuries.
One startling number, 713 workers fell to their deaths in 2017, a number that Hurwitz is hoping will go way down once workers start training on PixoVR's fall prevention module.
And hopefully we'll see the numbers go down for accidents and certainly fatalities. You know, it's something that the entire company has got behind because we know we're making lives better.
Hurwitz is in good company. Most of the major players in the VR space have begun using their software and their headsets for workplace training.
The return on investment in the commercial space is so profound for some of these key scenarios, like remote assistance, like laying out physical spaces, like guiding someone through a complex process, that these things literally pay for themselves very quickly. So that's where we're seeing the most interest in investment right now.
Microsoft's HoloLens, technically an AR headset, has been added to Trimble hard hats on construction and mining sites to enhance worker safety. It's used by 20,000 ThyssenKrupp elevator technicians to make sure they're safely strapped in when making repairs. Chevron technicians wear HoloLens for otherwise precarious oil refinery repairs, and Japan Airways mechanics use it to stand inside a virtual jet engine while it's running to learn how to safely maintain it.
Folks that have a tool belt or a hard hat have not benefited as directly from the digital revolution. So mixed reality, we think, and devices like HoloLens are one of the trends that can really.
So you can find in this video that how easy for the students for the learning purposes, whatever the field they do have it, either they are in the like medical, either in the aviation or in the technician sides, whatever the field do you have it, by using this technology, it is really impressive, and this is really easy for you being a student to understand and being a teacher to teach to the students that how does it work.
Bring the benefits of the digital revolution to whole new categories of people that haven't benefited before.
Even the Army has turned to VR and AR training. In November, Microsoft signed a 2-year, $480 million military contract with
So these were the, I mean, like, because I show you some kind of demo videos which gave you a more clear idea that how does it works. Now the time to discuss about virtual reality elements of virtual reality experience, and all these elements are virtual world, immersion, sensory feedback, interactivity, comfort, interaction, video games, and education. So let's have a look about the detail that what does it mean by virtual world? VR basically creates a computer generated environment that simulates reality or an imagined world. Users perceive themselves as being present within this virtual environment. Immersion means it aims to immerse user fully into the virtual world, creating a sense of presence and engagement. Immersion is achieved through realistic visuals, audios, and interactivity. Sensory feedback, VR provides sensory feedbacks to users through visual, audio, and sometimes it could be tactile sensations. So this feedback enhance the feeling of immersion and realism within the virtual environment. Interactivity allows users to interact with and manipulate objects within the virtual world, and interactivity enables users to engage with the environment and influence their surroundings. It could have the comfort. Comfort is essential for a positive VR experience. This includes factors such as like design, motion sickness, mitigation, and ensuring that users feel physically and mentally comfortable while using VR devices. Interaction refers to the user's ability to engage with the elements within the virtual environment, such as manipulating objects, like navigating the space or communicating with the virtual characters. Applications, video games and education. VR has various applications, including video games, education training, simulation, healthcare, architecture, and entertainment. These applications could have the immersive and interactive nature of VR to provide unique experience and benefits to the user. So that's what different kind of elements to the virtual reality, and what kind of advantages and disadvantages about the virtual reality. It could have the it can create the realistic world. This is the benefit for this one. It enables users to explore different kind of places. By VR, users can experiment with an artificial environment, and that could lead them for the different kind of experiences they can have, like in the healthcare environment or in the education environment. Either it's engineering or like healthcare, whatever the field, they can learn and they can do different kind of experiments over there. We are make the education more easy and comfort. Definitely once you could have the environment that is visually impact and customized environment is available, and this artificial environment can give you a flexibility to learn in a better way. So that is one of the best advantage for this one. The equipments used in virtual reality are very expensive. This is one of the biggest disadvantage, because not everyone can afford all these tools to use in their for the learning purposes. It consists of complex technology. It still do have the complex technology, so this is another disadvantage, but still it's working on that one. I believe in future this problem could be converted into the feasibility and easiness. In VR environment, we can't move by our own like in the real world. Definitely, there is a big difference between the real world and the virtual world. In the virtual world, you cannot move by like your intentions or by your mood or by your own, like you can move in the real world. So these were some kind of advantages and disadvantages. So that's all from our today's session. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm going to allow you your, yeah, you can unmute yourself. If you have any question, you can ask me. But by this session, I try to like make it more understandable that what is virtual reality and what is augmented reality and what is mixed reality, which is coming in the real life, and how you can enjoy and how you can use all these kind of devices and technologies, because we have discussed a different type of devices which can be used for the virtual real environment. But the disadvantage or the difficult thing is that all these equipment is really expensive, and not everyone can afford all these devices to use inside the classroom. But for example, if your institutions can take some kind of like steps to enhance the education by using different kind of technologies, VR or a augmented reality based environment, so it can help you to promote your teaching skills, and you can convert your traditional method of teaching towards the virtual environment, and it can be more helpful for the students. If you have any question, you can ask.